Flying kicks in the world of pro wrestling have won record-breaking cable TV ratings, and now the Lords of the Ring are putting a serious headlock on network prime time.
It's the knockdown drag-out fight of the fall. Stone Cold Steve Austin takes on Ross. Deborah goes against Rachel. The Rock challenges Frazier as UPN tries to pin NBC on Thursday night.
Most of the other networks have just run away from them on Thursday night, and we're coming right after.
And how? With 2 hours of WWF Smackdown, wrestling returns to network prime time in a big way, and for good reason.
We went into business with the WWF for one reason. They know how to talk to young guys.
Those wrestling fans have helped cable take a bigger chunk of the TV audience. During 1 week, the WWF took the top 3 spots in cable ratings, and one recent WWF cable show drew more young men than all 6 broadcast networks.
Cable has come up with a breakthrough show that's really stealing those young viewers that the broadcast networks are desperately trying to reach.
But all the signs are not positive, says TV guide Jack Curry.
Wrestling goes into the fall season with a couple of bad raps against it.
First came the tragic death of Owen Hart in a stunt gone wrong. Then female favorite Sable slammed the WWF with a $110 million lawsuit that included charges of sexual harassment. With that added to its caricatures of violence in women, parents may have serious questions.
Is it the same as the cable wrestling events where you've got girls in scanty clothes, the middle fingers are being extended, some language is getting rough? So the question is, what kind of wrestling is UPN going to show?
We don't want to upset our viewers. We don't want to upset our affiliates. We don't want to upset our advertisers.
UPN has already seen success with wrestling. An April Smackdown special topped ABC in overall ratings and was number 3 in that prized male group. They're ready to gamble.
It's a great way to send a message to that audience of young people that we hear them, we know what it is that they want to watch, and we're giving it to them.
And Smackdown premieres on UPN August 26th. And later on ET, Sable, the most talked about woman in wrestling, faces off against her former boss, female wrestling champ Rena Marrow, a.k.a. Sable, to talk about her sexual harassment lawsuit against the WWF. Now her former boss has come to ET with his side of the case in the Entertainment Tonight cover story.
I think you'll find a very short period of time that lawsuit will disappear, and when it does disappear, I think you'll find us being in the very same position that we were prior to Sable ever walking into the World Wrestling Federation ring.
In this corner, former World Wrestling Federation Women's Champion Sable, also known as Rena Marrow. Her opponent, Vince McMahon, is the chairman of the WWF. At the center of this feud is a $110 million lawsuit. Last week, Marrow told ET details of her claims of sexual harassment and physical threats.
On several occasions, I was physically threatened by not one, but many of the other female wrestlers, even to the extent of one of the wrestlers telling me that they were going to bite a hole in my face and disfigure me so I would not have any career. The last time I was a part of the World Wrestling Federation was the day that I picked up my belongings and they were smeared with human feces. That, to me, was the last straw.
But McMahon maintains the charges are unfounded.
I think you will find all of them going away, every single one of them. And you'll also find at the end of all of this, the World Wrestling Federation would not have spent $1.
So you're saying she's going to drop the lawsuit? Is that what
That's what I'm saying.
E.T. went straight to those who currently work for McMahon to find out what they think of these allegations. They all say Sable's story is a case of a disgruntled employee who believed her own hype.
Well, Rena Marrow's filing suit. Sable's not filing suit. Sable was a character that Vince McMahon built and that Rena Marrow rode the wave of.
Are we still talking about her? You're probably putting a big smile on her face right now, because I think that's the only reason why she's doing all of this is to keep her name in the press. Yeah, show's over.
The sexual harassment, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I've seen, has never existed. Vince McMahon believes in you and pushes you as your product, and you hold up your end of the bargain and everything works fine. You start developing a prima donna, spoiled brat attitude, things are going to change.
When she heard about McMahon's ET interview, Rena Marrow reassured us that all of her allegations are true and she can prove them. She says, quote, "I am neither frightened of nor impressed by the bullying tactics used by Vince McMahon and the WWF." And we'll be right back with more for you.
Coming up next on ET, new